The Best You TV, a TV channel with only the best business leaders and influencers ready to help you rise to the top. Available now on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and Google Play. Learn and grow from in-depth interviews, documentaries, inspirational talks, and motivational masterclasses from the world's biggest thought leaders, speakers, teachers, authors, coaches, and highly successful business gurus. The Best You TV is now live. The Best You Store, helping you do more, achieve more, be more. Store.thebestyou.co. Are you sick and tired of struggling to get your career to where you want it to be? Working with the right coach can be a life-changing experience, and Bernardo Moya is changing lives all over the world. Learn how to create revenue streams, attract higher qualified clients consistently, market your brand, and promote your business to a global audience. Bernardo is one of the biggest names in the world of personal development. He is an entrepreneur, an author, a speaker, and a founder and chief inspirational officer of the Best You Corporation. So fast track your career now.
Hi.
Hi.
Lovely to meet you. Lovely to meet you, Shirisha. Have I said that right? Oh, excellent. Yes. So we have got your talk coming up next, and we're so looking forward to what you're going to be contributing into the Women Empowerment Zone. Yes, so we'll just do a quick introduction. You're going to be speaking on the hidden mystery behind achieving your goals. This is something that we all need to learn. And I'm saying to everyone, get your pen and paper out. And if not, don't worry, because you still may have the opportunity to get the Best You online. So we can rewatch you and take that content in over and over again. We're so glad that you're here. Sarah, is there anything you'd like to add?
No, just welcome you to the stage. And I can't wait to hear what you've got to say, because your write-up is just absolutely amazing.
So take it away, Shirisha.
Thank you. Thank you for that introduction. And I am glad that you are getting your pen and paper ready, because yes, you need to take notes. My topic today is the hidden mystery behind achieving your goal. Welcome to the London Expo. Welcome to the Women Empowerment stage. I am so honored to be speaking on the Women Empowerment stage. And get your seatbelts on, because this is going to be an amazing journey. For the next 45 minutes, I am going to take you through the hidden mystery behind achieving goals. Now, I'm sure that you have heard many times that you need to set the right goal and put in the right effort and do everything in your power to make that goal come true. Yes. You need to do all that, of course. But the regular way that we set goals, setting a goal, making a plan of action to achieve it, and then putting in all the effort, guess what? It's not enough. And that's why I have decided to come and tell you the hidden mystery behind achieving goals. And this is something that not many people talk about, because not many people out there know about these hidden mysteries. Unless you're in the personal development field, unless you're an NLP practitioner like I am, unless psychology is one of your hobbies, you don't really come across these kind of talks or this knowledge. So before I start off, I would like to introduce myself. Hi, I am Sirisha Rabari. I am your online business consultant and life coach with a very, very unique mindset-based approach. All the work I do revolves around this, your mind. And every time I work with an individual, every time I work with a company, I get amazed at how powerful the human mind is. The human mind goes beyond anything that science has figured out until now. And as I say, psychology is still a primitive science. There are so many more things that the mind is capable of, and research is on. People are discovering wonderful new ways that your mind can work. Today, I'm going to tell you an amazing way that your mind works. Now, I'm talking about the hidden mystery behind achieving goals. Let me start off with my own journey that will resonate with you because it started off with me. Let me take you back 5 years. 5 years ago, if you would have told me that I'm standing on a stage like this, speaking in a different country online, and I am speaking to a huge group of business owners, ambitious individuals, people who are looking to grow themselves, people who are extremely, extremely passionate about finding the best version of themselves, I would probably laugh at you. I was a pretty confident child growing up. I was pretty confident throughout college. I was pretty confident when I started working too. But at this scale, if you would have told me just 5 years ago, I would have still laughed at you because I didn't believe it was possible. Not just this, I even did not believe that I could sell. I was a new entrepreneur. I had quit my corporate job because it wasn't fun, because I wasn't contributing as much as I would have liked to contribute. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to help people. I knew that I wanted to make a difference in people's lives. That's what woke me up in the morning. That's what gave me the energy to keep going. And the job just wasn't doing that for me. So I quit, not knowing what to do. And I spent, I guess, a year or maybe even 2 just trying to figure out what to do with my life. I had a brand name. I believed I was running a business. If I look back, I was not even freelancing. I was maybe working a little bit here, a little bit there, maybe speaking to somebody in my known circle, and that's about it. And I had this illusion that I was running a business and that I was doing something amazing. And at the same time, at the back of my mind, I had this nagging thought: you can't even sell. You can't even convince a customer to buy from you. You can't even convince that your services are needed. How are you going to run a business? And that continued for a couple of years, me just struggling. And if you look at me now, I run a workshop called Extreme Persuasion where I teach people how to sell. I teach people how they can get into the mind of their customer, the mind of their clients, understand exactly what they need, and convert every possible customer to a yes. Now, that journey has been amazing. It's come with a lot of ups and downs. But I'll tell you that the one thing that kept me going through that journey, the one thing that actually made this change happen is the mystery that I'm going to talk about today. And guess what that hidden mystery is? That hidden mystery is your conscious mind or your unconscious mind. It is not some big formula that I'm going to give you that is suddenly going to make you achieve every goal, every dream. No, it's all inside your own mind. And the hidden mystery of achieving goals is you yourself, not your knowledge, your experience. No, it is your subconscious mind, your unconscious mind, the part of you that already has every resource required to achieve the goal that you're setting for yourself. I am an NLP practitioner. I learned NLP from Dr. Richard Bandler, and that was in 2018. And that's where I met Bernardo. Back then, I didn't even know that I could speak on a stage like this. I mean, I would have liked to, but I didn't realize the potential in me. And I would like to give a big shout out to Bernardo for recognizing that potential in me and inviting me to speak at the Best You, and even letting me know that it is possible, opening that window of opportunity. Now, let me talk about me speaking, all right? Back in 2019, I went to this really wonderful conference that they had in Mumbai, India. That's where I live. And I saw some amazing Indian speakers talking on stage. And many of them were doing the kind of business that I do. I'm a business coach. I help entrepreneurs. I help professionals to overcome their limitations to achieve the goals that they desire. And I saw a lot of people similar to me speaking at these events. What they were speaking was really good. But every time someone spoke, I realized that I can do this. I can speak like this, maybe even better. And that thought kept going on in my mind. And then what I saw was at the end of their speech, they would have a sales pitch. And every time a speaker ended, there would be a crowd of people running to the back of the room to sign up for these events, sign up for these workshops, sign up for these one-on-one coaching sessions. And I told myself, I would like to be on that stage. I would like to be on a stage where I can reach out to so many people, where I can actually make a difference. And at the end of the talk, I would love it if people would rush to the back of the room so that they can get in touch with me. Now, the back of the room here, when it's online, is of course, book a call with me, maybe have a consultation, whatever it is. Whether or not we end up working together, I would love to just have a conversation and see how I can help you. Now, as I was thinking this, I was trying to figure out how I can get in touch with these people, the people who were running that conference, and maybe I can become a speaker there. Now, that was a seed of a dream, of a desire that came in me. At the same time, I knew that I didn't want to be just local. I knew that I didn't want it to be just Mumbai or just India, because I come from a global experience. I have studied in 3 different continents. So I wanted it to be global. And I knew that what I had to offer was something that could actually help a global audience. Now, I wanted to be on the stage, and I wanted to be able to reach out to a lot of people much, much beyond a city or a state or a country. I wanted to reach the world. Now, this was a goal that my conscious mind set for me. Now, let me talk a little bit about your mind. You have a conscious mind and an unconscious mind. Your conscious mind is about 5% of your brain, just 5%. That's where the logical thinking happens. That's where all of your analysis happens. And your unconscious mind or your subconscious mind is 95% of your mind. That is where your memory is. That is where you take all your gut decisions. That is where your beliefs, your values, your emotions, everything that make you you are in your subconscious mind. Now, why am I talking about the conscious mind and the subconscious mind? because it's your subconscious mind that is the powerhouse that will help you get your goal. Your conscious mind sets your goal. Your unconscious mind actually helps you get the goal. Now, your unconscious mind is also like a small little 5-year-old child. Your unconscious mind is made up of your beliefs, your values, and your emotions. Your beliefs are what you hold to be true. The sun will rise tomorrow morning. It's a belief. It's a universal belief, but it's a belief. I can't sell the belief that I had back then 5 years ago. That's a belief. I am not very good looking. That's a belief that many women out there have, who could be the prettiest people around, but still they have a belief, I am not good looking. There are beliefs that are limiting you, and there are beliefs that make you stronger. Beliefs like I am not beautiful, beliefs like I can't sell, beliefs like my business depends on market conditions, beliefs like I don't know if I have it in me to achieve the goal that I want. All of these beliefs are limiting beliefs. Whereas beliefs like I know I can overcome any obstacle that comes my way. Beliefs like it doesn't matter how I look, I am amazing. Beliefs like I can do anything I set my mind to. These are the beliefs that make you strong. These are the beliefs that empower you. And the talk I'm talking about today is equally important for men and women. I'm on the empowering women stage. Women empowerment for me is just equality. Whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, everything that you do works the same. Your mind works the same. Your unconscious mind does not differentiate between genders. Your unconscious mind works the same whether you are man or woman. And coming to how these beliefs work, there are 2 levels of beliefs. There are regular beliefs, and then there are something that we call identity level beliefs. Now, these beliefs are the tricky ones. An identity level belief usually starts with the words, I am. Say those words to yourself. Say those words to yourself and see what comes to your mind. I am. And list down everything that comes to your mind the moment you say I am. Make a list. Try to create a long list, as long as possible. Let it be positive, let it be negative, let it be neutral. Just make a list of everything that comes to your mind when you say the words I am. Those are the start of your identity level beliefs. That is what you think of yourself. Now, these are the beliefs that drive your behavior. These are the beliefs that drive the small nuances of your behavior that have a dominoes effect on whether or not you achieve your goals. And look at all the positive beliefs. Pat yourself on the back for all those positive beliefs, but also look at all the negative beliefs that come there. Changing an identity level belief is so difficult for you by yourself because your mind will resist it like it would resist chopping off an arm. This is who you totally, strongly believe yourself to be. And when you have such beliefs, they literally make up your entire personality and, of course, drive your behavior. The second thing that drives your behavior, drives your unconscious mind and decides whether or not you can achieve the goal are your values. What is important to you? When I ask you the question, what is important to you? And if you start writing down a list of values, those are your conscious values. Your unconscious values are the ones that drive your behavior, and the danger is that you might not even be aware of your unconscious values. Just like you might not even be aware of the beliefs that are driving your behavior. Your unconscious values are the ones that drive you. Your unconscious values are the ones that ensure that you take the necessary actions that will help you achieve your goal. This is the priority that you have in your life. I was working with a client, I was working with a business client of mine, and while I was working with him, we realized that he has a really big dream. He wants to go international. And at the same time, he wasn't traveling. He wasn't even making the effort to go to different countries, to network, to find out how things work there and how business works there. And when we elicited his values, there is a process through NLP that we elicit values. When we elicited his values, we realized that cost was his number 2 value for business, which means that any business decision that he takes at a second level priority, he is looking at it through the lenses of cost, which means he does not travel because it's expensive. He does not hire the right employees because it's expensive. And everything that he does is through the lens of cost. So many times entrepreneurs focus on cost, and that in turn helps them to maybe save a little money here and there, but in the long run, they suffer by not achieving their goals. Women especially, when there is a lady starting off a small scale business from home, the values that she has define how much risk she takes, define how much investment she puts into it, and also defines the rate at which she grows. So what did we do for this client? We helped him to change the hierarchy, the priority of values in his mind. We removed cost and put revenue there, because ultimately running a business is about growing your revenue. We helped him to get rid of cost and put profit as maybe a 6th or 7th priority among all the different priorities in his business. And the result was magical. Within a week, he had hired employees. He started traveling. He started traveling for networking. He started traveling for exhibitions. And he even ended up purchasing a manufacturing company and getting himself into a completely new scale of business. And this is a client who's currently even a very good friend of mine. He is a person who has come back to us and said, Sirisha, you have changed the way I do business. And that is such a wonderful thing to hear from a client. That is what wakes me up in the morning. Because if you want to know my values, my top value for life, of course, is love. My second value is contribution. I feel elated when I know that I have contributed in someone's life, when I know that there is a change, a positive change in someone's life because of me. Now, that's how much your values affect you. Let me give you a non-business example. Let's say you want to get fit. If fitness doesn't feature in your top 5 values, or your top 10 values, there is no way that you're even going to think of working out, of eating right, of taking care of yourself, of maintaining your health. It's not going to happen because it's not in the top priority in your mind. So values that you have in your mind become extremely important in order to help you achieve your goal. Another thing that is extremely important in order to help you achieve your goal, also something that makes up the behavior because of your unconscious mind, is your emotional state. Your emotional state at the moment and your emotional state in general. At the moment is maybe something that we can help, maybe something that you can control. For example, let's say that your job is that of stand-up comedy. You're a stand-up comedian. If you really want to get into that mode, all you need to do is watch videos. Think of, I don't know, Tom and Jerry. Think of something that will make you laugh. And there's a good way of getting yourself pepped up and getting your emotions right so that you can actually be in the right emotional state for the work that you're doing. Imagine you're going to meet a very important client and you get stuck in traffic. Imagine that the traffic makes you late. You're frustrated. You're irritated. You're blaming yourself for not leaving early. And in that frustrated emotional state, you walk into a client's office. How do you think your emotional state is going to be? How do you think you will be able to cope with the client's questions? How do you think your client will even look at you? Because your emotional state is not just in here. It speaks loudly through the vibe that you give out. Did you know that it takes just 4 seconds for someone to get a hold of what you're thinking, what you're feeling, because that's the vibe that you give out. It takes just 4 seconds for someone to decide whether they like you or not the first time they meet you. It takes just 4 seconds for someone to decide whether they want to do business with you or not when they meet you for the first time. And it all depends on the emotional state that you are in when you meet that person. It's a scary phenomenon. 4 seconds. That's it. That doesn't even give you time to say hi. And that's all because your emotional state speaks so loudly that they probably can't even hear you say hi. And that's how important it is to maintain your emotional state. Not just at the moment, because the second way that you work on emotional states is your emotional state in general. Every single time that you have an emotion, right from the time you were born all the way up till now, every single emotion you felt, good or bad, has been stored inside you. The first time that you won a prize, that feeling is stored inside you. The first time that you had a fight and got really mad, that feeling is stored inside you. The last time that you got stuck in traffic and got frustrated, that feeling is stuck inside you. And the last time that you won a deal that made you really, really happy and excited, that feeling is stuck inside you as well. You're carrying everything right from your childhood all the way up till now. And you're carrying it all the time. Now, imagine having the good feelings, that's amazing. But all the negative feelings that you have, the negative emotions that you've been carrying inside you, that is like having a chain that is holding you down and that you don't even realize you have. I was working with a client of mine. She has a slight stammering problem. And we were working with her and we did a program for her where we got rid of all her negative emotions right from childhood up till now. This is something that I haven't seen anywhere else. I think it's only neurolinguistic programming that has the capability of getting rid of negative emotions. It just holds it and yanks it out of your body. When we did this with her, her response to it was that she told me she hadn't slept peacefully for the past 25 years. And that night she had a good night's sleep. The weight was lifted off her. The weight was lifted off her shoulders. And she was able to have a peaceful night's sleep. That's the kind of weight that you're carrying when you carry your emotions, when you don't get rid of them. And the kind of change that brought in her when it comes to work is phenomenal. She started taking risks that she never would have taken before. She started communicating in a way that she was never able to before. She started going out there, putting herself out there, and she was able to crack deals. She was able to become really popular in the network that she is in. All in a matter of a couple of months, and all during the pandemic, during a time when not many businesses were working. That's how much impact your emotional state has on you. You don't even realize the kind of work that's going into it. And that is why I call it the hidden mystery behind achieving goals. Because goal setting and achieving is not just about deciding your goal, writing it down, creating a plan of action, and going and working on it. That is just a small part of it. That comes under skill sets. And I always say success is just 20% skill set, it's 80% mindset. The rest of the mystery is right here, it's in your mind. And guess what? You already have all the resources that you need to be able to achieve the goals that you want. All you need to do is to find those resources, to remove the blocks that are stopping you from using these resources, and just see how fast and how well you're able to achieve your goals. And I would love to help you with that. I mean, you can go onto my website, www.sutrines.in, book a consultation with me, book a complimentary half-an-hour consultation with me, and let's see if I can help you out. Because my mission is to help you achieve the goal that you desire by activating that 80% that not many people work on. And that is what I really, really want to do for you. And let me tell you that it has worked for me. I was telling you about the story where I wanted to become a speaker. And I knew that it's not just that platform, I wanted to do it at an international level. And it came true. It came true. I am here. I am at the Best You Expo. This is the 4th time I'm talking at the Best You Expo. And my dream, my goal has come true. I have, of course, made plans. I have, of course, tried and worked. But opportunities end up falling into your lap when you know what you want and you do not have blocks to achieving them. If, when the pandemic started, I believed that because I can't go out, because there is a lockdown, there is absolutely no way that I can talk, I would have even missed this opportunity because I wouldn't have noticed it. I wouldn't have noticed that email in my inbox from the Best You talking about the expos. I would have completely missed it because my mind would have deleted it. And that's how your mind works, because your beliefs, your values, and your emotions act as filters. They filter out information, and only the information, the opportunities, the kind of things that agree with the beliefs, the values, and the emotions that you have will even reach your conscious mind, will even reach you when you're in a decision-making mode. And that is why it is so important to have your mindset right. It is so important to make sure that any goal you want to achieve, you shouldn't have any limiting beliefs blocking you from achieving that goal. Do you want to know if you have limiting beliefs? Let me help you out right now. Think of one goal. Think of one goal that you want to achieve. Think of a big one. And now, I want you to close your eyes and ask yourself, if the sun will rise tomorrow morning is 100%, if that's the level of certainty, that is 100% level of certainty that you have, that the sun will rise tomorrow morning, In comparison to that level of certainty, what is the percentage of certainty that you have that you will achieve this particular goal that you're thinking about? Ask yourself that question. If you said anything less than 100%, even if you said 99.9, you have a limiting belief. You have a belief that is blocking you from achieving that goal. And that is going to put obstacles in your way. If you said 100%, congratulations. And I'm 100% sure that you're going to achieve that goal. Set higher goals, because you need to break free of your limitations. You need to break free of anything that is inside your mind that could stop you, because your mind is actually extremely powerful. The number of neurological connections that your mind can make is 10 to the power of 10 to the power of 11. I'm sorry for that. Is 10 to the power of 10 to the power of 11. That is the number of neurological connections that your brain can make, that your body can make. That number is equal to all the grains of sand on the planet. It's equal to the number of visible stars in the sky. And that is the power of your mind. And your mind can help you achieve anything that you decide you want to achieve. And that is the hidden mystery that I'm talking about. Now, coming back to the story of me wanting to speak, when the pandemic started, for about a week, I was really dejected. There was a lockdown in India. We couldn't go out. I had customer meetings lined up, really good ones, really big potential customers lined up. And I couldn't go meet them, and the meetings got canceled, and I was really upset about it. I think I gave myself about a week to get it in, maybe wallow about it, feel bad. And then after a week, I decided, no, I am not going to let this affect me, because I can get my emotions under my control, because market conditions do not affect my success. I make my own success. That's a belief I have. And contribution is one of my top values. So I started looking for ways I can contribute while sitting at home without having to worry about market conditions. The last thing on my mind was whether people have money to go ahead and invest or not. My main target was I want to get out there and I want to help as many people as possible. And I started by doing one-on-one sessions. I started by reaching out through WhatsApp groups, through Facebook, through LinkedIn, and I started connecting with people virtually. A little into the pandemic, I started doing what I'm doing now at a much smaller scale. I started doing things like going out there and doing masterclasses. I started actually helping people in small groups. And my actions and my belief that these actions would actually help people started giving me results. It wasn't long after that that I got the email from the Best You. It wasn't long after that that I was speaking at an expo, and things just accelerated from there. And now I'm speaking on a platform that is 10 times better than the platform that I looked at and wanted to speak at. And that is because I did not let anything block my mind and tell me that, no, you can't do it. Another example that I'd like to give you from my own life is the belief that I had 5 years ago that I can't sell. That was a belief that was holding me back, that was literally not letting me even attempt selling. I used to ask my father, who I believe is an excellent salesperson, to take leave from his corporate job to take the day off and come help me to sell. That was the level of low confidence that I had in myself, and the high level of limiting belief that I had that I can't sell. My father, also an NLP practitioner, is a master practitioner of NLP, been practicing for the past 20 years, helped me overcome it, helped me overcome that belief from I can't sell to I am an amazing salesperson. And together we run this company, and now we're actually helping people overcome limiting beliefs, helping people sell. And I would really, really love to help you do that. I would love to help you make your goal happen. I would love to make sure that whatever goal you have set for yourself is achieved in half the time. Whatever limiting belief you have, whether it is about market conditions, whether it is about your ability, whether it is as silly as it can be, or whether it is as profound as it can be, I can help you to overcome it. I had a client who came to me and said, I can't ask for business. I cannot go and talk to a person and then say, let's close the deal. He was an excellent networker. He had amazing connections. He had celebrity connections. And his biggest problem was he would be able to have a chat with them, have a drink with them, but not ask for a deal, not close the deal. And the limiting belief that he had when we elicited it was, I come from a very influential family. If I ask for business, I come across as needy. And I'm not needy. Now, if you have a belief like that, do you think that you would be able to sell? Do you think you'd be able to close any deals? No, right? And the problem is that till that came out, till we elicited it, he wasn't even aware that he was thinking that way. And when we elicited it, he was like, that seems about right, but are you sure? Are you sure that I said that? I said, yes. We worked on him, we got rid of the belief, and do you want to know the results? It took him 1 week to close 3 new business deals. Business deals that were there, the opportunities that were right in front of him, probably since months, which he hadn't even realized or wasn't able to grab because of this one limiting belief in his mind that did not let him put in the work to achieve that business deal. And within a week, he was able to achieve it. He was able to see the opportunity. He was able to grab the opportunity. And that is the hidden mystery behind achieving your goals. It is not all about organizing, putting in the effort, having the right skill sets. All of that is important, yes, but it's not just about that. It is more about your mindset than you even realize. It is more about having the right set of beliefs, values, and emotions, having the right attitude, having the absolute right mindset so that you can achieve the goals that you have for yourself. And that's what it's all about. Now, I even have clients who have been working with me and they are realizing that this is the kind of effort that they need to put. I even have clients who tell me, I really don't know what to do. I don't understand what is the change that has come over me, but I see the results. And that is what a good coach or a mentor does. So my advice to you before I end this talk would be, please reach out. Reach out to a coach, reach out to a mentor, reach out to someone who can help you. When you look at yourself, you are looking at yourself inside a bubble. You're looking at it from inside out. And you will not be able to find the limiting belief. You will not be able to find out what your values are. You might not even be aware of the emotional states that you are in because you're looking at it from inside out. It's like you're wearing colored glasses. and you can only see through that. A coach, on the other hand, or a mentor will be able to look from outside in. Your coach or your mentor will actually be able to help you overcome the things that you didn't even know were blocking you. And that is what I would really, really suggest that you do. It's my request to you. It is something that I really want to make sure that every single person out there is able to achieve the goals that they want and be successful in life. And I would invite you to come and have a conversation with me. My website is www.citrines.in. If you scroll through the website, you will find a link to be able to have a free one consultation with me of about half an hour where I can see how I can help you. What we'll do in this consultation is I will ask you your goal, and then we will check whether or not you are 100% certain about that goal. There is a process for it. And then I will also help you by identifying if there are any limitations, any blocks in your mind that could possibly stall your progress towards achieving that goal. I will be able to help you by understanding what are these blocks, what exactly is blocking you from achieving the goal that you want. I have clients who come to me and say, Sirisha, I have this goal. I know I'm really good at this. I know that I'm putting in a lot of effort, a lot more than my competitors are putting in, but something seems to stop me. Something seems to stop me from achieving this goal. And that's something that is a limiting belief or a value that's not in place. And that's what I would like to help you with. I would like to help you identify what it is that is stopping you or what could stop you from achieving your goal. And then maybe if everything works out, I can even help you to remove all of those limiting beliefs, remove all the pent up emotions, and set you free so that you soar like a rocket and you're able to achieve that goal that we're talking about. So that's all from me. I would love to connect with each one of you. You can reach me on LinkedIn, just search for Sirisha Ravuri. And I have a YouTube channel where you can catch more talks like this. It's Citrines In.
Wonderful, Sirisha. That is so good. We've got some, feedback coming in from your talk, from the YouTube. So definitely your listeners are hearing you. We've got super fantastic. They've really enjoyed what you've had to offer, and it's been so inspiring and very useful. Great tips. And look, you're on the stage doing what you were called to do, and that's to help others increase personally and in their business. And it's so much, and yes, you have contributed, so that's another tap for your
thank you.
We really appreciate that. So thank you so much for your time. We do appreciate it. And we've got some other news coming up very shortly. And we've got our next speaker. So you've come all this way from Mumbai, and we just thank you for being a part of the Best You family, being part of the NLP family. We're sisters alike in this journey. We're striving, we're changing our lives, and we're helping to change others. And that just deserves a round of applause, in my opinion. So thank you so much for that. We really...
Thank you. Thank you, Ruth. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Easy.
All right.
The Best You TV, a TV channel with only the best business leaders and influencers ready to help you rise to the top. Available now on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and Google Play. Learn and grow from in-depth interviews, documentaries, inspirational talks, and motivational masterclasses from the world's biggest thought leaders, speakers, teachers, authors, coaches, and highly successful business gurus. The Best You TV is now live. Best You store, helping you do more, achieve more, be more. Store.thebestyou.co. Are you sick and tired of struggling to get your career to where you want it to be? Working with the right coach can be a life-changing experience, and Bernardo Moya is changing lives all over the world. Learn how to create revenue streams, attract higher qualified clients consistently, market your brand, and promote your business to a global audience. Bernardo is one of the biggest names in the world of personal development. He is an entrepreneur, an author, a speaker, and a founder and chief inspirational officer of the Best You Corporation. So fast track your career now.
Hi, and welcome back. Tobus is our next guest. Hi, how are you doing?
And I don't want to start out being rude, but it's Tobias. It's a strange name from a strange country, Sweden. I'm great.
That's great.
Hi.
You're a behavior expert and a certificated life coach.
Right.
I work with people dealing with narcissists and psychopaths.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Tobias, and I coach people to stand up for themselves and live life on their terms. So that's what I do.
Fantastic. So you've got a background in male nurse mental health and working in nightclubs and security. So you've come across all kinds of people in your lifetime. And is this where you've developed your forte from?
Right. It's, the extremes of human behavior. That's what got me started. Learning how to say no for myself, and then once I figured that out, I started teaching it to other people. So keeping safe and living life on your terms, as I said. So
okay, so we're going to hand the stage over to you, and sit back and see and take notes and listen.
Yeah, thank you. Welcome. I want you to get a pen and paper, because this presentation will be in the format of a workshop/talk. So I want to give you some tools that could save your life, or at the very least keep you sane and keep you safe. So the title of this talk is Wrestling with Pigs, and that perhaps demands a bit of explanation. There's an old saying that when you wrestle with a pig, you will both get dirty and the pig will love it. And that will be a metaphor for today's talk. And I've been doing this for a long time now, helping people to stand up for themselves and not get entangled with people that can harm you. And so when I started to plan for this preparation, I found myself paraphrasing the old horror movie Jaws, where they say you're going to need a bigger boat. And I kept saying during the preparation, you're going to need a bigger board, meaning whiteboard. There's so much to say about this, but I want to boil it down, and I want to give you insights. So speaking of sharks, let's just start talking about human predators and how to interact with them in a way that's beneficial for us, safe for us, rather than just getting dragged into their reality and their tactics. Okay? So if you're here, if you're still listening after that intro, I'm going to venture a guess that you probably had some run-ins with people that are narcissistic, perhaps psychopathic, criminally insane people with different types of disturbance issues or diagnoses. And if you stayed long enough in that relationship, whether it be maybe it was your parent or a colleague or a lover, a partner, a wife, a husband, then it changed you. If you stayed long enough, I'm going to venture a guess that it changed you, and not for the better. So I try to stay away from terminology, clinical terminology, such as narcissist or psychopath, or because I find people throw it around online and in Facebook groups, and it's just not helping. So what I do is I refer to this group of people, so to speak, as shadow makers, because they block out our sun, the sunlight. So some common traits are for shadow makers: they lie, manipulate, they gaslight, they abuse, they're bad for your health. And if you confront them, they will project their shortcomings and their mistakes onto you, onto anyone else but themselves. They refuse to take responsibility, and they often pout, and they can get aggressive. So before we get into things, a word on safety. I want you to be cautious, because I'll be talking about certain techniques, and I'll give you some tools to use, and make absolutely certain that you're safe, that you won't be punished for standing up for yourself and for making new decisions if you're in contact with the shadow maker right now. Okay. So as I said, if you've been in contact with someone that's malignant and has a toxic behavior, you probably lost track of yourself. That's usually what happens, and that's due to their tactics and their behavior. So I want to start us off by putting out an APB, which is an acronym. The law enforcement in the United States and Canada use it when they go looking for a missing person. They send out an APB to all the patrol cars to look for this person. And right now, as cheesy as it perhaps sounds, I want to put out an APB for the true you, for the real you, the woman that went missing in all of this. Okay? So the APB in this context is an acronym where A is asymmetry, meaning there's probably an imbalance in that you placate and serve and bend over backwards to make things work and to fix things, while the shadow maker is not interested in that. So he or she won't spend any time doing that. So that's your A, asymmetry. You want to be on the lookout for that in any contact with human beings, with a new human being. And the reason for this asymmetry, how it can even manifest, has to do with certain things, such as if you were brought up learning to serve and be gentle and be on the lookout for everyone else's needs, then you will have a fawn response to a crisis or to being attacked. So you will immediately try to make things right, and you will be overly apologetic. You'll be very quick to put it on you to fix it. You almost need to fix something with the shadow maker. Okay? So you're probably feeling on edge. You're probably a bit nervous. And if it's been going on for long enough, you dread going home. If it's your partner, you dread meeting this person because it's so painful. It's always complicated. And there's a certain type of restlessness in the shadow maker that makes it feel like they're never satisfied with you or with themselves. So pen and paper, first exercise is you need a canary in the coal mine, meaning you need a heads up if things start to go sideways. Let's say you meet a new person and you found them interesting, perhaps a lover or potential partner, then I want you to activate your frontal lobe, where you do all your rational thinking. And I want you to ask yourself, how am I being treated when I come in contact with this person? That assumes that you have agency, and that tells your brain that you can come up with a solution. If it's not quite right, it doesn't quite feel right, something's bugging you, then realize that you have options and you have agency over your life. Now, notice the word choice. I'm not saying you shouldn't ask, I'm saying you shouldn't ask yourself, why is this happening to me? Because that will activate another part of your brain that will try to come up with an answer and will be very emotional. Okay? So I'll just see if I can find my brain, so to speak. So any type of stimulus from the surroundings or from an interaction with the shadow maker or with anyone will start at the back of your brain. That's the super fast part of your brain that's quick to react. And that's sometimes good, but it's not good because it's in a reactive mode all the time. You get used to trying to fix it. Be on your feet at all times. Make sure nothing goes wrong. So he or she doesn't get upset or whatever. So what you want is to move. If you give yourself some time, if you have some tools, and you're not in a constant panic mode, so to speak, your blood will start to flow towards your frontal lobes, and that's where you want to be. I mean, all the time, because that's where you make good decisions. Okay, so that's the A. So we're asking ourselves, how is this serving me? Is this what I want? Is this good? You know, or is there some sort of asymmetry in this relationship or in this meeting? You know, so that's your A. Pen and paper. I want to go into P, which stands for principles. So this is important. What are your principles? Because if you don't know, no one else will either. Okay, so you can make a quick list and just write down, for instance, a parent should ... Fill that out. A parent should not ... Fill that out and be absolutely clear. Or perhaps in a loving relationship ... What does that entail? What should be what's a good relationship according to you? Or perhaps friendship is and friendship is not. If it's your friend that's behaving badly, oddly, you know. So that's your assignment. Since we have just a few minutes together, take notes, write it down, and then when we're finished, start finding out what your principles are. Okay. Another exercise that I love to do is triangulating. That's basically trying to find out, calming your nervous system down, trying to figure out what's going on. And in this interaction with the shadow maker, what's my ROI? What do I get out of this? So you can imagine that you have a triangle and you're on one leg of the triangle. So you write your name, and then you write the shadow maker's name on the other side of the triangle, the other leg. And then on the top of it, I try to imagine, this is where I want to ask, this is where I write down all of the the things that I'm not sure about. So for instance, if you have your name here and the shadow maker's name here, I will write down, so-and-so said to me, blah, 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 blah. So just be objective. Don't start to analyze and try to explain or get into details of how you felt, or maybe it was your fault. Try to be super objective and just write down on the top of the triangle, I said, he said, or she said, he did, and I did. My response was, and be objective. That will give you a tool to sort of step out of the reactive mode and be using more of your rational brain. And that's the good way to uncover any type of asymmetry, any type of someone overstepping your boundaries, for instance, which leads us to B, boundaries. So now we have asymmetry, we have principles, and we have boundaries. So be on the lookout for asymmetry at all times. How does this make me feel? This person is making me feel sort of unsure of myself. Maybe you feel sad, you feel attacked, and you're not quite sure why is this not feeling as good as it should. And if you're romantically involved with someone, then you will probably look back to the first date, the dates that you had, which were presumably fireworks and love bombing, So when things start to go sideways, if you're not looking out for you will start to placate because you want so badly to have that again. And since he, your partner, or she is perfect, then it's probably you, right? So you have to change. You have to get out of that way of thinking. And it's easy to get dragged into it if you are the type of woman that falls into fawn. Your response to conflict is to fawn. Okay? So AP. And so let's get into boundaries. Boundaries start off with exploring what your boundaries are towards you. So for instance, if someone has treated you badly, can you stop yourself from calling them? Do you choose the right relationships or food or activities that serve you? Or do you choose what everyone else wants from you? Be on the lookout. It's easy for anyone to get dragged into this sort of let's just all get along. And obviously, that's fine most of the time. I'd say 99% of the time, but not in contact with a shadow maker. Okay? So you can choose to, after you've looked at the boundaries towards yourself, your inner boundaries, start to establish healthy boundaries towards other people. And be curious, are you being fair to other people? Are they being fair to you? And explore that. And don't take for granted that you're always in the wrong, because that's quite common. With all my clients, that's usually what the number one issue is. Two people in this relationship, whatever it is, if it's a colleague or a parent or a lover. So ask yourself, is this fair? And the way I'm being treated, is it fair? The way I'm reacting, is it reasonable? Is it reasonable to get upset if someone oversteps my boundaries? Is it reasonable to for the other person to get upset when I, in fact, didn't do anything wrong? Is that reasonable? So what you'll find is when you do this work, you'll not only explore what your boundaries are, you'll also find out some interesting things about yourself, and probably about your upbringing. Since we're brought up in different environments and with different caretakers and parents, that shapes us. So the shadow maker's upbringing is usually rooted in trauma. And this is not to excuse them, but it's an explanation. So they're so deep into their trauma, they're so damaged that they react towards other people in a very malignant, toxic way. And a common way of explaining this behavior, this communication style, if you will, is that you're talking to two people at the same time. So one of them is the traumatized child that's hiding inside this person that's standing in front of you. And then there's the shell, so to speak, the bodyguard, if you want, the big burly knight with the sword. That's where the only quest is to protect the child. So that's why when you start to put up boundaries, you have to be certain that, as I said in the beginning, you have to be safe. Because if you start pushing back, that in a sense could be interpreted by the shadow makers as an attack on the child. And having been attacked, abused by his or her parents growing up, they sort of made a decision along the line never to be attacked, abused again. So anything that's an attack on the inner child, so to speak, not to get psychoanalytic on you, but so imagine that, always picture that you're talking with two people, the inner child, and that's sometimes behaving in a way that's just not appropriate and not acceptable, and you should just stay away. And when you push, and when you start to push back, when they're being rude, then you can expect to get some, they'll start to swing at you, and that's not a good thing. So don't try not to expose yourself to that. Okay. What else? I want to do an exercise on boundaries. I want you to draw a staircase. Then I want you to put on the bottom staircase, I want you to write down a situation where it's easy for you to say no. So for some of my clients, that's when you're at the grocery store, can you say no to the cashier when she says, "Do you want a receipt?" And maybe some of you are laughing because of course I can, and some of you are saying, "No, I wouldn't. I just take the receipt and then I throw it in the bin on the way out because I can't." My response is always to say, "Yeah, of course." So I wanted to work on your no. That's probably the most important lesson for this presentation. Work on your no. So that's your bottom step. The top step is a no that's today is, you can't even imagine it. It's so hard, it's so rough. I would rather die than say no. Maybe to a certain person in a certain scenario. Maybe the boss is demanding of you, or your father or mother or your partner is saying, "I need you to do this. Could you say no?" If it's making you sweat, then it's at stair number 5 or 6. Okay, so now we have a situation where you can say no, even if it's a tiny no, it's still a no. And then you have a situation where it's I can't even comprehend, how is that even possible? I will never be able to do that. And then fill in the steps between the bottom step and the top step. Okay, so now we have a staircase of no. And for every step, every new step, so step 1 would be slightly harder than step 0, ground floor, right? So what would that be for you? And then after that, what would be step number 2 and 3 and 4? And then I want you to work on, starting with ground 0, be aware in situations where you say no. So to practice actively to say no, saying no, okay? And then work your way up to more and more difficult situations, okay? So we started putting out an APB at the beginning of this presentation. And I think it's time we bring her home. The true you, the real you, that's probably gone missing when you ran into the shadow maker, okay? So start to make a list of what are your needs and dreams and goals, and write as if you're already, you're the strongest version of you, even if you don't feel like that, perhaps today, okay? You can always choose to finish a relationship, even if it doesn't feel like that, and it could take time. You can also choose to change it if it's possible, or you can change the way you react. And I always recommend number one, just get out. That's usually the answer if it's a shadow maker. Don't waste time trying to change them, because that's motivating to you, but not to them. So don't waste time. Start building your dreams, make the list, do the exercises. And if you need me, just reach out. I'll be on social media, Tobias Hockert, and maybe I can help you. I have some web courses. I have obviously one-to-one, and you can follow my Instagram and learn stuff. So I think that's my time. I think I have 25 minutes today. So be the best you, I guess, the real you, the true you. See you around.
Very much for that, and taking the time out to come and join us today. Can I just ask you a few questions?
Sure.
So how have you been doing this, and what was your motivation to put these kind of things together for people?
I started out in 2015, 2016 professionally. So before that, I had a bad relationship myself, that almost killed me, actually. And I got, physical symptoms. I was so sick. I was all alone. I was isolating, because that's usually what happens. You normalize being the bad guy, and you sort of go inwards, and you're constantly, frantically trying to come up with solutions. And so it really hurt me. It got me, and I wasted probably, more than a decade coming back. So the best years of my life, basically. So in 2016, I decided I want to build around this, and I also took what I learned from being in working mental health, working with criminal and insane, working as a bodyguard, as a nightclub security bouncer. I started being very interested in how do people react, how do people work, so to speak, and how do we keep safe from someone who is, not a nice person, basically. So that's how it evolved for a few years now.
Brilliant. And where are you based?
I'm in Sweden.
You're in Sweden, but you work worldwide with people?
Yeah, sure. So Skype or online, any sort of platform is good.
Brilliant. Just so people are watching this from all over the world, I just want them to know that they can reach out to you no matter where you are in the world.
Sure.
So thank you very much. That was really, really informative for a lot of ladies and men, I suppose. Can men go through the same thing as ladies as well? So thank you very much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
And how amazing was that? So we've got our next guest just waiting, but just before we go ahead, we have got some winners and giveaways that are coming through. So I'm going to just tell you a few of the winners that have been handpicked. This is yesterday's winners, so don't worry. Tomorrow's anyone from today will be put onto tomorrow. These people are going to be emailed as well. So just bear with us, because we've got loads of entries coming in and we are just generating them as well. So Jen Beck, 8-week Restore Gut Your program is Felicia. You will receive an email and a confirmation. The big one I think everyone had their eye on was Darren Winters from the Wealth Training Company. The training course, which was worth £5,000, is Jason MCC. So you are the winners. We have Best You, Expand Your Brand. So this is from Bernardo himself, and it is Bridget. So please check your inboxes, guys, because you will be getting these emails. These are fantastic prizes for you to win. Don't let them go into your junk mail and miss these opportunities. So we're going to go to a short commercial break and then we're going to come back to our next guest.
The Best You TV, a TV channel with only the best business leaders and influencers ready to help you rise to the top. Available now on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and Google Play. Learn and grow from in-depth interviews, documentaries, inspirational talks, and motivational masterclasses from the world's biggest thought leaders, speakers, teachers, authors, coaches, and highly successful business gurus. The Best You TV is now live.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
We finally got you after yesterday. Technology. We find you a way of getting you back. We're not going to let you escape anywhere.
Yes, thank you for that.
So Shami, you're a certificate life coach and spiritual advisor, a girl of my own heart. And you work with mind management. And you have a series of teachings and publications. Tell me a little bit about yourself, because you seem really, really interesting. You've got it all going on there.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you for that. A little bit about me. I am Sharmi Pretish, you already said, but I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I am a grandmother. So a little bit about me is it's been over 20 years. I really battled in my mind. I was diagnosed with schizophrenia. Over 20 years ago, I was diagnosed with schizophrenia, bulimia, panic attacks, and about a depression, a deep level of depression. And my journey with faith has brought me to the dynamic of just being totally liberated and free. And so I'm excited to help other people on their journey of freedom when it comes to being able to manage how they think and manage their mind in order that they may go get to their desired destiny in life. And so that's just a little bit about me. I am passionate about helping others to really be unlocked in their mind, because I understand that if your mind is just in a place of not even life, it's just there. You're constantly battling with anxiety and panic attacks and constantly battling with depression and all those particular things that hit you in life. And even for me, I was schizophrenia, and that's like hallucinations and hearing voices. And just to be able to understand and know that somebody who battles with those particular issues, it's reality to them. And many people don't believe that you can really be free from that. But I stand as a testament of God's grace that it is possible to be free from whatever has engripped you. And so it's my desire to also help other people to understand that freedom and to move forward in life.
So you've personally been through this, just like me on my journey. We go through our journey, we unlock ourselves, and then we can reach out to other people and really inspire and help ripple that out, in that energy out there to unlock themselves as well. So I'm going to leave the stage for you to take over. And I suggest everybody gets their pen and paper ready, because there's going to be I've got a good feeling there's going to be some mind-blowing techniques here for people. So Sammy, just take the stage.
All right, thank you. Hello, everyone. Again, I am your mind management coach. And as I said, over 20 years ago, I battled with a bout of schizophrenia. And from that place, I understood what it was like when your mind has left you and you are really battling and every single day as someone that you know that you were not. And so my goal is to help all of you out there to understand that it is possible to break free and be liberated in every area of your life. You don't have to just be the individual that you may have believed, but you can be the best version of you. And one of the things that I would like to say to everyone, and many of us focus on our weaknesses and not on our strengths. And so when you're focusing more on your weaknesses and not focusing on your strengths, you really do not come to a place where you understand how to move forward in life, because as you think, you become that which you think. And so that's where I want to help you today to understand that you are better than what you ever know. You have greatness on the inside of you. There is so much that you can offer to the world. And so I want to offer you some techniques on how not to be stuck and to really gear your mind, jumpstart your mind for success. It's possible. It's literally possible for us to jumpstart our minds to success and to really come to a place where we become unstuck in the marketplace and things like that. And so I want to give you a few techniques that I have here that I know will be very beneficial to you. There are 4 things that I want to give to you. I want to talk to you about motivation, the reason or reasons one has for acting or even behaving in a particular way. Many of us are not motivated enough even to move forward in the things that we may know that we need to move forward in. And so once you become motivated, once you keep your motivation in gear, then you're able to step out and do those things that you always desired to do. And I want these particular tools that I will give you right now. They really will affect your social and psychological factors for the marketplace. The one thing about motivation is in order to get the desired results, you have to be motivated. You have to know within yourself that it is possible. You don't have to just stay down, even when life hits you. As I said, life hit me and it hit me very hard. But nevertheless, I made a conscious choice and decision that I was not going to stay down. I was not going to stay out. I was not going to believe that that was the way that I will be for the rest of my life. And so when you think about that, you have to have determination and motivation in order for you to be able to pursue things that need to be pursued, even yet while you're operating in the marketplace. When you think about just being out in the marketplace and you think about the corporations and the different things that you may have to endure in life, many people get stuck in the process. They get stuck with the fact that they're with their jobs. They have a family. They get stuck with the fact of just life, period. But it takes a determination and a motivation to be able to move forward and to get to your desired destiny. The other thing that I want to talk about with the psychological factor is perception. Your perception. The perception really is a way of regarding and understanding or even interpreting something. It's a mental impression, the very thing that you will need in order to even go towards your goal, go towards your desired destiny. Your perception about where you're going, it has to really be that of a warrior. It has to be that of a person that is determined to see life changes and differences made in life. And so I offer you the tool of changing your perception, changing the way that you think about a thing. The way that you may see it may not always be the way that it is, but many people don't understand that their perception will really lead them down a path or down a road that's not necessarily the way that they desire to go. And so if your perception is off, and then that will also cause your life not to move in the desired direction that it needs to move into, even yet while you're trying to operate and pursue those things that you're looking to pursue in the marketplace. Another tool that I would like to say to you is learning. You have to learn. Never stop learning. Learning is the acquisition of knowledge or skills through experience, study, or even being taught. Whether it's you studying, whether it's you having a mentor or a coach, somebody helping you along the way. One of the things that we have to understand is that our learning is truly everything. You want to be an advocate of learning. You want to be that person that you just constantly in a learning mode. A teachable mode is what I would like to say. You be teachable. Many people desire to go into to places, and nevertheless, they're not teachable. And so you have to be teachable. You have to be that individual that's always willing to learn. You have to be a person that wants to learn whatever it is that you're looking to do, even in the marketplace, whatever job you have. If you're in the marketplace right now and you're stuck and you seem like your job is at a dead end, or you don't seem like you're moving forward and going into the desired place that you desire to go, one of the things you need to practice is skilling up in your learning. What do you need to know? What's going to better you? How can you as the individual truly be the best version of you? The other two that I would like to give you is your attitude. Your belief system, basically. It's an ideology or set of principles that helps you to interpret your everyday reality. What is your belief system like? What are the principles that you use in order to move forward in life? All of us operate in a set of principles that I don't truly believe that we believe or even understand that we're operating in. Whatever however your attitude is, it's going to, as I already stated, be the perception and the way that you see things, and that right there is going to give you an outcome that you may not even understood or even desired to have in the end. And so you have to have a phenomenal attitude, even when it comes to moving forward in the marketplace. Your attitude, everything about you has to change. The very vortex of your life, it needs to bring in good energy. It needs to bring in energy that's going to help push you and propel you into that next level that you so desire to be in. Many people don't understand that when they don't operate in particular principles or tools that help them to get to the next level, they will stay stuck. One of the things that I said in the beginning is I help people to really gauge how they think. What is your thinking like? Your thinking is the real tool that's going to help you to get unstuck in the marketplace. If your thinking is off, then your whole life, it will be off. You will not be able to move forward into the things that you desire in life. So you have to have those moments where you as the individual, you sit back, you take a self-assessment, and then you say, okay, how can I go about these particular things and get the results that I know that I can have? Well, that's going to come with your attitude. How do you feel about yourself? Many people don't understand that even their feelings about themselves is keeping them from operating and moving and literally possessing the land and moving into the things that they so desire to move in. I had to come to a place where I understood, although people had told me that it was not possible for this or it's not possible for that, I did not leave my destiny in somebody else's hand that only knew a tad bit about me. And so that's what I want to help you to understand. As you're moving forward and you're trying to navigate and do the things that you desire to do, you have to deal with your social and psychological factors before you can even get the desired results. All of this starts with you. All of it starts with you recognizing the individual that you are, you being motivated about that which you believe that you desire to do. Your perception about it has to change. And then you have to skill up in your learning. You have to learn everything you can about that particular area, about that subject. You get under people that's able to teach you, people that's able to guide you, people that are literally able to groom you so that you can be the desired person that you so want to be in life. I will give you tools that also can help carry you not only in the marketplace, but in every aspect of your life. If any individual understands these particular tools right here, they're able to navigate in every area of life. There will be no limitations in your life. One of the things that we also have to understand is negative people and places that will cause a person not to be at their higher self. You have to let that go. You cannot be around negativity and expect to be positive or even your life to take on a positive tone. Even in the marketplace, you have to understand that whatever you allow in your atmosphere or whatever energy you bring around you, that energy really does affect the way you think, which in turn will affect your whole life, which in turn will cause you to be stuck. And so taking these tools to get unstuck will really help you in every area of your life. You have to be willing to make adjustments as it pertains to your social life, concerning the things that may impinge on your mental growth. Your mental growth is everything. You have to really be at a place where you desire to be transformed by first renewing how you think, how you perceive. Because when someone does not gauge their thinking, I have a saying that I love, that we need to think about what we think about. Many people don't take the time to think on what they think about. And so when you don't think on what you think about, your mind is literally doing all the thinking for you. And yet when your mind thinks for you and you don't control how you are supposed to think, you literally gear your life in the areas that however your mind is thinking. And so if you are a person, I know many people who I have just had the opportunity to sit with and coach, they don't know how to really gauge their thought pattern. And so therefore, when they don't know how to gauge their thought patterns, their thoughts begin to overwhelm them, which in turn causes them to be at a place where they become stuck in life. But the thing is, you have to be able to gauge those thoughts, to take them captive, and you have to tell your thoughts, no, that's not the way that I want to think. I want to think like this about that situation. And so when you begin to do that, then you become unstuck and you're able to move forward into the desired place that you so desire to move forward in. You have to also detox your mind constantly when you're talking about being unstuck. How can you detox your mind on a constant level? Meditation. Meditation is a very good tool. Exercising is a good tool. Even your diet also plays a role in all these particular sociological and social factors. You have to understand that your life is really going to take on a tone in the way that you have perceived life, in the way that you have thought about things. And when an individual does not readily understand that, they begin to come unglued in their minds, and which in turn causes them to be unglued in life. And so when you think about those aspects, then you have to say, okay, let me pull in the way that I think. Let me gauge my thinking in such a way that it's going to cause me to succeed and excel in life, instead of being in a tone where I'm not moving and I become stuck in life. And so I would advise many of you out there, start with just your diet. Start with a little exercise, 30 minutes of exercise a day, whether it's walking, running, will actually have a big difference on how your mind and your brain begin to process things. And also the foundational thing of learning and skilling up. You have to learn that what you desire to do. You have to learn the things that and to take you to the places that you desire to go. And so these are the particular factors that I want to share with you, just to help gauge you on how to be unstuck in the marketplace. It's possible. It's possible for you to succeed. It's possible for you to move forward. It is possible for you to be able to be the best version of yourself that you can ever be. But it's going to come with you as the individual understanding principles on how to get you to your desired destiny. Again, number one is motivation. Number two is your perception about a thing. Number three is your learning. And number four will be your attitude. What is your attitude? Your attitude is going to either take you to where you need to go or cause you to stay where you are in life. All these particular tools will help an individual to get unstuck in the marketplace. When you as the individual don't readily realize that you have these particular tools already working on the inside of you and understanding, it's up to you to just be able to gauge it. We as individuals really don't understand that we will become stuck in life. And so I just wanted to share these particular principles with you on how to get unstuck in the marketplace. I hope that they have helped you to just understand the dynamics of moving forward and being the best version of you that you can ever be in life. There's so much that resides on the inside of you. So many tools, so many things that you can do in life if you just desire to take a moment to step back, to gauge your thought pattern, to understand that your thinking really will affect your everyday life. I'm a witness of that. But when I made the decision that there was more on the inside of me than I could ever believe, and I began to move into that desired place, I saw the fruit in my own life. And even as I'm teaching others the same thing, they are getting dynamic results concerning how to be unstuck in any area of their life. And it all starts with something so simple as the way that you think. If you think it, you can become it. And so I want to encourage all of you out there, never underestimate the power that resides on the inside of you. You have to understand that you are more precious and more than you ever think you are. Nobody holds your destiny in their hands. You are the individual that's able to change the course of your life and to become unstuck in the marketplace and your social life and your private life. Every aspect of your life can be changed just by a simple pattern of thinking. And if you practice motivation, if you practice perception, if you practice learning, if you practice adjusting your attitude on a consistent basis, you will see the best version of you that you would ever see in life. And so I thank you. If you want to get in touch with me, please go to my website at charmepratt.com. Again, charmepratt.com. I will love to help you to become unstuck. I would love to help you to move in the marketplace. I would love to help you move in every aspect of your life, that you may know that there is greatness on the inside of you. Thank you so very much.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Thank you. And there's so many good qualities and points there. It's about being motivated, learning, detoxing your mind. A lot of people need to do nowadays. We're just surrounded by all this chatter in the outside world, and people just forget to detox their minds. This is absolutely priceless information you've just given people. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Are you working worldwide now? Are you literally working with people? How do people get in contact with you?
They go to my website, so charmepratt.com. And what we're doing right now, because of the COVID pandemic, we are actually doing Zooms. And so we get together and we come on Zoom, and we have personal, and then I do over the phones and everything. And so we're putting no limits on this thing. However people need to get in, get unstuck. That's what I'm here to do, help them to get unstuck. And I know it starts with one simple thing, just transforming the way you think, and you will literally be the best version of you that you could ever be.
Fantastic. So guys, if you're listening to this, or if you're doing a replay, get in touch, transform your life and take that step forward and move your life forward. Thank you very much for joining us today. It's been a complete pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Ruth, hi.
That was wonderful hearing from Charmy. And there were some comments there. Awesome, brilliant. So we're really doing this stage a world of good today. I'm telling you, people are loving the content of what has been shared.
Empowering all them women all over the world.
Phenomenal. And you know what? We're really privileged because we've got it. There's still opportunities for these giveaways for the best you online.
It's fantastic. You can go back and watch every single one of these and replay it. Just remember, guys, you will pick up things every time you revisit somewhere, because you're in a different place, different time, and you've shifted. So who we got coming up next, Ruth?
So we've got Katrin Larkart. She is a nurse and entrepreneur from Denmark. So we've got people coming from all over the globe right here to this virtual stage, which is phenomenal. And we do need to hear some health tips from different professionals, especially with what's going on in the world. She's due on at 3, so we can go to a quick commercial and then have her on.
Fantastic.
Hi, I'm Bernardo Moya, founder of The Best You. Are you a motivational speaker, an author, a therapist, a coach, or a business guru trying to raise your profile and reach a global audience? At The Best You, we've been building our brand for many years, helping those in the world of personal development get their message out there through The Best You Expos, The Best You Magazine, and The Best You Online. And now we're looking to grow our community even more. We've recently launched The Best You TV, available on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and Google Play. So now by partnering with us, you can get your show on The Best You TV, you can contribute to The Best You Magazine, add your courses to The Best You Online, and join us at one of the Best You virtual expos happening around the world. Expand your brand and join a growing community that believes that everyone deserves a life without limits.
The Best You is leading the way in the industry of personal and professional growth. Through our magazine, expos, e-learning, TV, club, and awards, The Best You's objective is to help people achieve their dreams, to do more, to be more, to live a life without limits. Join us if you believe in helping and inspiring others, in changing the world, in making it a more just and fair place through education and inspiration. Our goal: everyone, everywhere, now. If you are interested in making a difference, working, partnering, volunteering, supporting, or even licensing The Best You, let's talk. Let's work together and make the world a better place.
The well-being industry is worth $3 trillion. Hi, I'm Bernardo Moya. I'm the founder of The Best You, and I wanted to share with you my vision, my dream, the concept of The Best You. The Best You is a multi-platform, global platform. Our first thing is The Best You Expo. Now, we've been doing this for the last 5 years, and over these last 5 years, we've had close to 70,000 people attend, and we promoted more than 700 speakers. Because we filmed every single event, we have more than 700 talks from world leaders, all in one library of content. The really exciting thing about The Best You is our growth strategy. Look, we're going to be running expos all over the world. We've done them now in London and California. We're exploring about running them in Miami. We're looking at running them in Canada, in Mexico. It's just the beginning. So this business model where we will license the Best You Expo will allow us to attract more and more speakers, to attract the biggest brands, to attract all the thinkers that will want to be involved, not only in the local, but in the international reach and approach that we have. This will provide us phenomenal revenue and so much content through all the talks and all the different partners that we will have around the world. And there's so many opportunities for people like yourself, for you to be able to get involved in The Best You now. Thank you so much.
What is life? Your life isn't just about what you're doing now. Your life is the sum of every hope you ever had and everything you ever wanted to be. Life is about the situations you deal with, how you get to where you want to be, and how you become who you want to be. Life is a collection of moments and memories. Life is about being alive, feeling alive. Life is about dealing with whatever fate throws at you. Life is about staying on top when things are challenging. Life is about enjoying yourself, about finding yourself, about leaving a legacy. Life is about looking and feeling good, about staying ahead. It's about being the best you. What you want, what we all want, is a life without limits. So why don't you be the best you?
Good afternoon. We'll continue with the Women's Empowerment virtual platform here. And we have another spectacular speaker who's going to share her secrets with us all. Her name is Catherine Lacarte, and she is a nurse an entrepreneur from Denmark. We're so looking forward to having her here. She is backstage, and she will be coming on with us very, very shortly.
Before she comes on, what we can do, because we're just waiting for her backstage, is announce some winners.
Yeah.
Giveaways. Let's get to. So we have the best TV series goes to Michael R. So this is one of the Best You Expos prize giveaways straight from Bernardo. So Michael R, you have won the best TV series. I believe that's for a year. Please check your inbox and your junk mail. This is not junk mail, guys. You do not want to miss out on these prizes. Bethany Linden, a 1-to-1 clearing session. Mata Hare, you've won amazing clearing session. And believe me, these can transform you completely. And Darren Winters, the Wealth Training Company training course, which was a massive training course that everyone had their eyes on. Jason MCC has won that as well. So they are some of the winners today from yesterday. So just remember, you have to be in the webinar to win. And it is simple. Just get comfy. If you've been in the front of the laptop all day, just get up, shake yourself down, put yourself in a different room, different position, and literally carry on, because you're in the right place at the right time. So we're just going to see if our lady is ready backstage. If not, we can go to a short commercial.
The Best You TV, a TV channel with only the best business leaders and influencers ready to help you rise to the top. Available now on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and Google Play. Are you in the personal development world trying to reach a larger audience? Are you a motivational speaker, an author, therapist, coach, or business guru tired of pushing out content with little results? Gain more clients and expand your business today. Get your show or content on The Best You TV. The Best You Online. Featuring in-depth interviews, motivational talks, and inspiring masterclasses from the world's top experts, motivational speakers, business gurus, and thought leaders. Leaders and influencers from all over the world are here to share their knowledge and skills with you. The Best You Online is a priceless mine of personal development wisdom, knowledge, and practical information to help you take charge of your life and take you, your business, and career beyond where you have always wanted to go. The Best You Online.
What's the best way of somebody managing time?
Well, I don't know if we ever manage time. I think we manage our actions in time, because we all have the same amount of time. We call it time management, but it's really our activity management. If a person was to sit down and write down everything that they do in a day and make a comprehensive list of everything that they do in a day within possibly a month, each days of the month, what do they do? And then next to it, put down another column next to it. What is the productivity per hour? How much does it produce per hour economically? And next to that, another column that's how much meaning of inspiration does it provide? And next to that, what is the cost replacement? If I was to delegate it to somebody, what would I have to pay to have them do that? And next to that, another column is how much time is spent. If we put those 4 columns together against all the things that we do in a day, we'll find out that in most cases, most people that are less productive are doing low priority things. They're majoring in minors and minoring in majors. They're doing less priority things and not the most productive or most meaningful things. But by going through and doing an inventory of that, and identifying what really produces economically and what is really meaningful. Usually the thing that produces is something that serves others. What's meaningful, it serves ourselves. Finding a balance of those meaningfulness, as in the things that are most productive, allows us to earn more income, to delegate to lower priority activities. Once we delegate to lower priority activities, we get way more done. We feel way more fulfilled. We have a greater self-worth and net worth, and we're able to free ourselves up for creative thinking with the executive center in our brain instead of having to live in frustrations with our amygdala. So we actually activate our angelic mind, as I call it, instead of our animal mind. This is the most productive and most powerful day we can make.
The Best You Store, helping you do more, achieve more, be more. Store.thebestyou.co.
Hey, welcome back. Hey, lovely to have you here with us, Katrine from Denmark. We are so looking forward to hearing your secrets that you've got to share with us. We've all got our pens and our papers, and we're not going to waste no time. We're just going to put you straight onto the stage.
Yes, I thank you very, very much. I'm so lucky to be here, and I look forward to show you all the secrets I have for you. And it is about surfing on internet safely and secret about staying healthy. Yes. So, can I come over to the video? And welcome, and I'm so lucky to see you here, to have you here. And I say thank you to Bernardo that I got the invitation for this Expo 2021 in London. Thank you very much. So I want to tell you some secrets. Secrets about health and wealth. As you can see here, wealth. We start with this. It is, there are secrets about how to surf safe on the internet. I know you are surfing on the internet because otherwise you wouldn't be here. So easy it is. And there are so many people who come to every day, more and more. And there are some things I can tell you so you stay safe on the internet. The other thing, health, stay safe, take care of your health. I will help you with this because when you take care of your health, you take also care of health of your friends, of the people, of your loved ones, all people who are nearby you. So take care of your health, and you will do something for so many other people as well. I will show you how. That it is. Let's go. Just share this video file. Oh, so now to the 3 secrets about surf safe on internet. This is so important because there are more and more people working on internet, trading on internet, and trade, for example, shares, because that just went so good for so many young people. And maybe you are interested in anything at all, or just a new bank account, maybe. So something like this. So when you do this, the first thing which is really important, that is that the company is registered. And that sounds course, normal. But I can tell you that I wanted to change my life for 2 years ago. And I wanted to start trading. And I found a company which made me exactly the offer that I wanted to have to. I wanted to learn about trading. They wanted to give me the education in 6 months. And so they get my money in 6 months. We'll work with this, make good money out of it. And after 6 months, I could be able to quit one of my 2 full-time jobs as nurse. So that was all fine. They were registered and I got contracts about all of this. Oh, only 10% of the money should be in dangerous investments, as a risk investments. So, okay, that was it. But at least after the 6 months, they were not regulated. They stole my money, and at last you could see that the account was not real. That what happened on the account, that doesn't happen ever on a trading account. A trading account stops with 0, but this account gets not from 40,000 plus in euro, which I invested, gets to loss 70,000 euro, as it doesn't exist. So, but they did it that way. And I asked my bank afterwards to get my money back. And I don't know what they tried, but I got 17 euro back from 40,000 euro. So, yeah, that the first thing is registration and regulation. Regulation in your country where you are living. And when it is not there, that it should be a country which is similar in the law. So, for example, when you are in the EU, you take a company which is regulated also. Hello again. I can see the quality of the video is not perfect, so I made it like this. We have following 3 things when we want to stay safe on the internet. It is the first one: the company has to be registered and regulated. The problem is that when they are not regulated, it doesn't help you that they are registered. So that should be in your country where you are yourself. The next one is don't pay any fees at all at any time, because when you have to pay fees for normal services, usual services, that is not real. That are scammers, because otherwise you wouldn't have to do that. The third thing is check the identity of that one who you are talking to, because of also when you are talking to the company you think you work together with, it may be another one, because your data gets sold on the internet and there are scammers who get your data. So they call you and say they are calling from your company where you invested, and they say you can make the withdrawal and there you may pay something or something like that. But they are often not that one who's they say they are. And you can check this by in UK, for example, checking the FCA, the Financial Conduct Authority. There they should be registered. But sometimes they say they are registered and give you even a number. And so check more, because sometimes it's a company which is in liquidation already, or they are telling you they are in a company which they don't are. So check this. Call this company and check whether this person is there and you talk to the right person. This is really important for that you are safe on the internet and that you are working with the right company and that you get your money back. I lost 40,000 euro to these scammers, and in all they got $100 million they took from the people. I want to help. So when you go on Facebook, you find a group which calls fundraising for IT victims. Or go to my name, Catherine Lacarte, and talk with me. I want to help you talk about this. Talk with me if you don't want to talk to anybody else. I know it's a shame. Very often, very many people are embarrassed about that. So I want to help this way. The other thing is there is no economic help. So call me. We want to find out when we have the fundraising for IT victims, and we have some support, and we have some people who think we should do something there for that people who are victims. So I hope that we will get a good fun with the time, and so we can help people to get a new start in life by helping with money. So I promised one secret about health, and that is that we all got the instructions so that we hopefully soon can stop all lockdown and have it better. So the instructions like washing hands, keeping distance, not in crowds, and the vaccination and so on, all this. But then what also is one thing we had to have focus on is the cleaning by real disinfection. Because cleaning itself is not enough. It has to be disinfection for really killing bacteria and viruses. The newest technology in 2021 is UVC light for this. And UVC light is, you can say it is the sun. And the sun burns your skin, for example, when you are outside, but it doesn't come inside. It doesn't damage something inside. But the microorganisms doesn't have this protection which you have. So there, the sun, in this case, the UVC light, which has to have special wavelengths, it comes into the microorganism and it damages the DNA of the microorganism, of bacteria, of viruses. It has to be special wavelengths, as I said, and it has to be nearby and a time to do this so it works. So I created, together with a friend, with 2 nurses, we created a robot, a cleaning robot with UVC disinfection, which you can get on my website. I hope I can set slides up here at last. So there you will find the robot, and I made special offers here on the Expo, which is with the code Expo 2021. So I hope I could help you in 2 ways. And yes, do you have some question?
Well, we've got some people on the feed saying, amazing, this has been useful, it's been helpful. So we've got a couple of secrets that you shared, a health secret and financial secret. And both of those are very important at this time that we're living in through this pandemic. You know, it's our hope that we will get through it together, and that those that have passed on, you know, we just have to remember. But moving forward, what we are looking for is to increase our finances with some of the tips that you've given, and making sure that we check out some of these companies so that we don't get scams, basically, because that's on the increase as well. So we thank you for the knowledge, for the tips that you have shared with us. It has been tremendous.
And all are welcome to contact me. I want to help the people. So that will be nice.
It's all about being safe and secure online and just cross-checking everything. So, yeah, it's such a good hot topic at the moment, financial, making sure we're secure, make sure we're protected in our everyday life and online. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time, and we wish you well.
Thank you, and much luck with the Expo. I enjoy it.
Thank you. So we are here And what we're going to do is we'll have a quick commercial break, and then we'll be getting ready for part 2 of Shami Pratt.
Are you sick and tired of struggling to get your career to where you want it to be? Working with the right coach can be a life-changing experience, and Bernardo Moya is changing lives all over the world. Learn how to create revenue streams, attract higher qualified clients consistently, market your brand, and promote your business to a global audience. Bernardo is one of the biggest names in the world of personal development. He is an entrepreneur, an author, a speaker, and a founder and chief inspirational officer of the Best You Corporation. So fast track your career now.
Someone just started or finished uni or just lost their job, mid-40s. What is the best advice you would give them to kind of move forward, reinvent themselves?
Boy, if you just lost your job, first off, you don't want to be in a worry state. Like in Dale Carnegie's book, How to Win Friends and Influence People and How to Stop Worrying and Start Living, 2 amazing books. What I would do is get yourself in a confident state and take action, okay? You can sit, what am I worrying about is the question. What am I worrying about? Because what keeps people from doing stuff and taking actions is they've lost their confidence. And 2 things that entrepreneurs really need to protect is they need to protect their confidence, because you just operate better in life in a state of confidence, and their gratitude, having gratitude for what it is you have. So if you've just lost your job and you're in a desperate situation, then you have to make yourself resourceful. And so there's resources readily available to you in the area that you already have expertise in, so you may need to immediately go back into that sort of skill set or position. If you know how to solve problems, there are, like, what is a entrepreneur? You know, like the original definition of an entrepreneur, 1804, John Baptiste Say said, it was the first time they used the word entrepreneur in recorded history that we have documentation of, said an entrepreneur is an individual who takes resources from a lower level of productivity to a higher level. So start thinking like an entrepreneur. How do you solve problems for a profit? So you have a skill set, you can solve problems. Who has those problems that will pay you money to solve those things? If I lost my job and I had skills, I would go to someone and say, I will work for you for free for a week, for 2 weeks. Give me your number 1 problem in this area that I know how to solve. If I can solve it, you pay me or you hire me. And secondly, I would just probably watch all the interviews that you've done, start studying people, because people like me and other people can hopefully kick your inspiration in the gear. And when you're in a motivated, inspiring state, you're going to go out there, kick ass and take names and ask for help. You know, call your friends, say, who's my genius network? Who can guide me and direct me to resources that are going to make my life better? A not to-do list is more important than a to-do list in many cases. So it's not what you say yes to, it's what you say no to, because everything you say yes to, you're saying no to something else. If you say yes to being on Facebook for 2 hours, you might be saying no to spending that time with your children. If you're going to say yes to watching TV, you're going to say no to, you know, maybe exercise. And if you say yes to staying up late, surfing the internet or looking at porn online, you're saying no to sleeping. So that, you know, there's a lot of stuff that people say yes to that isn't serving them, and they wonder why their life is not where they're at. And I'll tell you, it's not a choice at all, because sometimes these are compulsions, which is what addiction is. So yeah, I think what you're doing and what you're providing, people can learn so much just by absorbing the lessons that people are saying, but don't just hear them. You have to pick people that you resonate with, things that you hear, and instead of going shallow with it, go deep. And if there's anything I did, I went really deep with marketing, and I learned it, I applied it, I got a result, and it's changed my life, and it's changed the lives of tens of thousands of other people too.
The Best You TV, a TV channel with only the best business leaders and influencers ready to help you rise to the top. Available now on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and Google Play. Learn and grow from in-depth interviews, documentaries, inspirational talks, and motivational masterclasses from the world's biggest thought leaders, speakers, teachers, authors, coaches, and highly successful business gurus. The Best You TV is now live.
Hi, and welcome back this afternoon, guys. Ruth, hasn't it been an amazing lineup so far?
It has been for the day, and there's been so much good content coming through and real positive engagement from the audience, especially those that I can see from the YouTube channel. Just saying, we've got a comment here saying, amazing, I enjoy your expo, you stir up something inside of me, thank you so much. And you know what, this is what the intention is behind it, that it stirs up something in you, that you actually go for what it is that you truly desire within your heart, to not just help you, but to help other people. So thank you for sharing your comments. There are some comments that are not even in English that I wouldn't even begin to attempt, but I'm gonna take a guess that it's Dutch, because I have embarked on learning Dutch, and I can recognize some of the words, but I'm not so sure on the pronunciations. But, you know, I want to acknowledge you for your comments, and I know it's something good because there's a smiley face at the end of it. We've got people saying, amazing, let us help. Thank you, how brilliant it is. So you know what, this stage, we're doing really well to empowering women across the globe.
And just remember, guys, you can get join us as well and be a part of the brand if you have a business, if you're looking to grow your business, if you're on the other side of personal development where you're just looking to learn and grow. This is what the Best You is all about. It is a broad range of aspects for everybody. This is about creating new beliefs, foundations for businesses, moving your life forward, and really living the life and creating the life you want and being the best you. And it is just so much we're giving away. And just remember the TV series. If you haven't got the app, download the app. You could be sitting there on a train, on a bus, when you're allowed out of lockdown, or on a walk, and just upload the video and listen and just drift away and be inspired by some of these amazing people. They've been there, they've done it, they've walked in your shoes, and they are putting this content out there to help you out and reach out to you. So without further ado, we have Shami Pretty. She is back with us again. See, you got away yesterday, but we've got you back double today, haven't we?
Yes. Thank you for it, though.
It's lovely to have you back. My notepad's still full from this morning with you, so I better get a new notepad.
Hello, everyone. Hello again. I am going to be talking to you once again about jumpstarting your mind for success. I know many of us may not believe that we need a jumpstart, but sometimes I know that we misfire in life. And so I'm going to talk to you today about misfiring and what that is and how to jumpstart that business, or how to jumpstart your life in a desired direction that you are looking to go in. One of the things that I would like to talk to you about is to know your strengths. Many of us focus on our weaknesses, and what I mean by that, focusing on your weaknesses, is the concept of talking about the things that you're not good at. Well, right there will put you in a motion of not being able to move forward in the place or the desired destiny that you are looking to go in. And so I would like for you to focus on your strengths. We don't take time to really focus on those things that we are strong in. And when we don't take the time to do that, we literally can find ourselves operating in a place of being afraid or being stuck, or even just standing and not believing that we can accomplish those desired things that we're looking to accomplish in life. And so when you understand that your strength is greater than your weaknesses, and then you begin to focus on your weaknesses, then you can be able to go into the desired place that you want to go in life. I am Charmy Pratt. For those of you who may just be joining on, I am your mind management coach. What does that mean? I help people to shift their mind so they can go into their desired destiny. I help you to jumpstart your life. I help you to push past your fears and even the emotional trauma that you may have experienced in some time and point in your life, to go into the desired direction that you are looking to go in. people tend to focus more on their inconsistencies or the things that they cannot do rather than the things that they can do. And when an individual stay in a point where I'm trying to focus on, well, I can't do this, just words. I'm really big on words. And I want to share this with you too. I want you to really realize that words really do mean a lot. And when you say that you cannot do something, or you don't, or you can't achieve it, or you don't have all these different negative things, you bring negative energy around you, and therefore your mind begins to focus on all the cannots instead of focusing on the can do's. This is why it's vital for people to really focus on their strengths rather than focusing on their weaknesses in life. Never stop learning. One of the principles that I practice is a lot is I am an advocate learner. I learn. And what do I mean by that? I'm constantly gaining skills. Even as I said in the last session that I was in, I'm gaining skills in order to increase my value. The things that you learn, it really will increase your value. It increases your knowledge. And so once your knowledge increases, then that means that you have valuable information that other people may need. And so with that being said, you have to be an individual that's really prone to increasing your knowledge and increasing learning and being teachable. You have to be at a place where you desire to do more, you desire to want more. And people who have experienced some type of trauma in their lives, they battle with fear, they battle with all these particular negative things, negative energy all around them. They don't necessarily know how to jumpstart their lives for success. And so I want your mind to become conditioned in order for you to move into the places that you desire to go in life. What do you desire to do? Do you desire to open up a business? Do you desire to be a billionaire? Whatever you can dream, whatever you can envision, I can tell you that it's not impossible for you if you can only shift the way that you think. If you begin to shift your belief system, then you will truly see that your life will begin to gear itself towards the way that you have been believing. One of the things that many people don't understand is that their subconscious mind really works against them. The things that are on that subconscious part of your thinking, it's always working, but sometimes when we have been raised in certain environments or geared to do certain things that has not produced success in our life, your subconscious mind goes into motion to begin to operate that which you have subconsciously been holding on to. And so now you don't get the desired results that you are looking to get in life. One of the things that I can tell you just about becoming successful and even jumpstarting your life is gauging your thought pattern. I'm really big on that. That's who I am. That's what I do. I'm big on helping people to manage their minds, manage your emotions. How do a person really manage their emotions? You think about what you think about. You cannot jumpstart your mind or your life if you're not willing to jumpstart the way that you think. Many people think opposite on the places that they desire to go. And so if you are an individual that's prone to thinking negativity, then you bring all of that negativity into the very vortex of your life. And then you're trying to walk in a matter that's going to produce success. But nevertheless, it seems like this block is up. You can't move past that which is blocking you. That's because you have invited all of those particular negative thoughts and then those negative patterns in your life. What people don't truly understand and know is that when a thought forms in your head, that thought begins to form branches, which means that things begin to take root in order for the brain to say, let's put these particular things in operation. And so when you're dealing with the concept of the psyche or the concept of the mind, you have to really go into a place where your thought pattern really does control your entire life. those are principles and things that I had to learn. And for me, I had to experience it in a way that I would rather not experience it in. But nevertheless, I'm here because I was literally able to jumpstart my life. I was able to really think about what I think about. I was able to really pull thoughts captive and not allow those thoughts to overwhelm me or even to dictate me to me that this is the only way that life can be for me. Many people stay in that mode of this is it for me. No, it's not it for you. You can be the best version of you that you were created to be. You were created for so much more. You were created to make an impact and make a difference in the world. And although you see others around you that may be moving and it seems like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, the skies are the limit for you if you can only just transform the way that you think. If your belief system changed, then your entire life will begin to change. You will begin to call the universe into existence for the universe to begin to work for you if you just desire to change what you think. Many of us don't understand the dynamics of thinking power. I mean, many people don't even believe that they're valuable. Many people don't believe that they have something to offer in life. But I'm here to tell you, you have a lot to offer somebody. You have a story. And guess what? Your story matters. You matter. And what you carry and what you have on the inside of you, it matters to so many people around you. You are valuable in the earth. The earth will not be the same if you were missing from it. The earth really does help us to understand that there is so much more that we can do in life. You have to come to a place where you understand that no, you may not can reach everybody, but for those that you can reach, you made an impact in their life. But you as the individual, you have to become comfortable with who you are. Many people suffer from an identity crisis, and because people suffer from an identity crisis, they never can jumpstart their life into the places where they desire, because they have not themselves understood who they are. They have not understood that they have the abilities on them to achieve in life. And so they walk around believing that something is going to happen from the outside, when what really needs to happen is a transformation on the inside. I want you to understand that you were created for more. You were created to do more. You were created to be the best version of you that you can be. You have not even seen the things that you can do. There are so many possibilities for us. Nothing will be impossible. I truly mean that. Nothing is impossible for those who are truly willing to believe that they can and to believe that they can achieve in life. I want to talk to you about 5 points to jumpstart your life, to jumpstart your mind for success. 5 points. Number 1, I want to give you commit. You have to be committed to the process, whatever that process look like. We have to understand that everything is not going to always be easy. You will face some challenging situations, but as long as you stay committed to the process, as long as you as the individual decide that I'm not going to give up, I'm not going to quit, it doesn't matter how things may look, I'm going to continue to move forward. I will not stop trying to be the best version of me that I can be. Many people give up in the process. You have to stay committed to the process if you want to see the desired outcome for your life that I know that you could see if only you stay true to the path, true to what you desire. You desire some great things in life, and you can have those things you desire if you stay committed to the process. Commitment is the key in order to achieve that which you are looking to achieve in life. When there is no commitment, you begin to bounce all around. You go here and you go there, but you have to stay committed to the process. Even in the challenging times, you have to be committed. When I lost my mind over 20 years ago, they told me that it was not possible for me to achieve. They told me literally medical doctors, and I thank them. I thank them for their limited expertise. And that's what they have limitations. Man has limitations. They just do. And so they gave me their limited advice. And guess what? I decided that I did not want to take that advice because I knew that there was something greater that God had called me to do in life. And so I refused to believe that I had to walk around in that state of being mentally ill for the rest of my life. And because I was committed to the process, guess what? I have achieved so many great things in life out of that commitment. So that's the first thing that I want to give to you. It's commitment. Stay committed to your process. Number two, learn. Again, as I spoke about on the last segment, you have to be an advocate learning. I mean, learn everything that you need to know and how you need to do whatever it is that you desire to do. I don't care what it is. You have to learn everything. Learn everything about that subject. When I was dealing with my mind and I was battling, I learned everything I needed to learn about chemical imbalances. If there was an imbalance, guess what? I was looking it up. Many people don't understand that even food can cause an imbalance into your life. It can bring an imbalance, to your chemicals in your body. People don't necessarily understand that. And so when you are committed, and you're committed to change in your life, you would do whatever you need to do in order to achieve the desired results that you know can be possible for you. And so you have to be an advocate learner. That means that you are intentional about learning. You're learning everything that you need to know pertaining to that particular subject that you are looking to go in, or even that particular thing that you desire to do in life. You have to learn. I promise you, learning is a very key aspect in order for you to achieve and get the desired results that you are looking for. Number three will be to activate. Take the leap. That's right. Take the leap. Put into practice those things which you have learned. You have to be able to activate. I could not just learn the information. I had to begin to activate. So let's say concerning food. Once I found out that food plays a very important chemical imbalance in people's psyche and in their bodies, then guess what? I began to notice and really pay attention to the things that I was eating in order for me to be able to get the desired results in the end. It was a process, but I had to stay, as I said, number one, I had to stay committed to the process. Committed to the process. And then as I learned the things that I needed to stay committed to, then I began to put it into practice. I began to activate it. I began to say, you know what? There are some things that I need to adjust in life that I may see the desired results that I know was possible for me. The other thing that I want to share with you is faith. That's right, faith. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in yourself. And for me, I had faith in God. That worked for me. And I'm telling you, it is working for me. I had faith in myself that I can be the best version of me that I knew that was inside of me to be. And I also put my faith and my trust in God. So you have to have faith in yourself. And whatever, you're choosing to do, but you have to put your faith in God. God was it for me. He was able to help me to understand that, okay, there is so much more that you can achieve in life. And so just learning my spirituality and even understanding that there was something greater that was able to help me get my desired results. I put my faith in that. And guess what? I have not been disappointed since that day, I can tell you. Do you understand that they say that it's not possible to return back from being mentally ill, especially when you're battling with a chemical imbalance like schizophrenia? They literally tell you it's not possible. They give you coping skills. They tell you that you can cope in life. They tell you, well, here's medication, go see psychiatrists, and we're going to help you to have a new norm. Let's just think about COVID. COVID-19 COVID-19 has put people into what some will consider a new norm. But guess what? That does not have to be your norm. And so I made the decision that was not going to be my norm. And so what did I do? I not only activated the things that I needed to do to put those in practice, but I also activated my faith. I activated my faith in myself, that there could be different possibilities for me if I believe. And I also activated my faith in God. That worked for me. I don't know what may work for you, but for me, it worked, and I got the desired results from it. Then the fifth thing that I want to say to you, this is the fifth principle that I want to tell you about. Trust in the vision you have for yourself, and never entrust your vision to achieve to anyone else. Again, you have to trust in the vision that you have for yourself. So what am I saying to you? Believe in the vision that you have for yourself. Have you wrote down the vision? Have you wrote down what you want in life? Have you literally wrote it down on paper? This is what I desire to see happening in life. These are some desired things. You write that on paper. Write out a vision. You know, many people call it their vision board. Write that out. But until it said that when you write something out, that's your mind begins to activate itself to produce what's written on paper. And so I would just even admonish you to write it out. Write down what you desire to see, because when you take it out your mind and you put it on paper and you look at it, and then you begin to declare it, even through opposition and even through things that may be coming against you, you're able to know that you can achieve it. And so then never entrust your vision to another person. Know that man is not in control of your destiny. Man does not control where you need to go in life. They don't control that. And so you cannot entrust your vision to anybody else. I really want you to hear that. Never entrust your vision to another person. Never. Never do that. Never put somebody else in the position where they feel like that without them, you cannot make it to your desired destiny. When we begin to do that, what we do is lock the universe up from working for us. That's literally what we do. We lock it up. It will not produce for us and produce for us the things that we desire to do. Don't commit your vision to somebody else. Don't entrust those things that you desire to do to man. Have faith in yourself, as I said, knowing that you are capable of doing the things that you desire to do if only you will stay committed to the process. Your commitment to your process is going to be key if you want to jumpstart your life into the desired places that you desire to go. Your destiny awaits you. You can truly be, I cannot stop saying this. This is why I love this expo so much, because it's called The Best You. You can truly be the best version of yourself that you desire to be. I love that. Be the best version of you. Don't try to be the best version of anybody else. Although I respect so many people all around the world, one thing that I had to understand is I cannot be them. I cannot walk in their shoes. Guess what? We may not even wear the same size in shoes. So how can I walk in places that they have walked in? I can gain information. I can gain understanding and all the wisdom that they may pour out. But one of the things that I had to come to realize is that in order for me to be the best version of me that I can be, I had to do what? Own who I was. I had to own who I was. And once I began to own who I was, then I was able to see some of the desired results that I knew that was possible for me. I had to come to a place where I understood that my mind was shifting for greatness. So that's what I'm saying to you. Your mind can be shifted for greatness. You can have the best success in life that you ever desire, if only that you will believe in yourself and you will entrust your vision not to man, but entrust your vision to the fact that you're able to achieve it. Write all of that down on paper. Write the vision, make it plain, that you may run with the vision that you made plain on paper. It's possible. It's possible for you to achieve in life. It's possible for you to be the best version of you. No one else in life has your fingerprints. No one else. No one else in life has your identity. No one else. That's how I know that you can be the best version of you that you can possibly be. But you have to do that by jump starting your mind for success. You jump start your mind when you begin to just do these simple things, changing the way that you think by committing to a process that's going to shift your life for greatness. You have to know that greatness resides on the inside of you, and it's possible for you to be the best version of you that you can ever be. I cannot say that enough. Be the best version of you. Nobody else in the universe is like you. You are beautifully, wonderfully made, and nobody else has the skill sets that you have, even though if they're doing the same thing that you're doing. Guess what? They don't have the same uniqueness that you carry in order to execute it in the earth. Do you hear what I'm saying to you today? And so, listen here. I thank you just for this time and allow me to speak into your life right now. Number one, let's go with these again. Number one, commit. Commit to the process. It's in you to commit. Number two, learn. Be the best learner that you can ever be in life. Skill up. Learn those things that you need to know about the things that you are desiring to do in life. Number three, activate. You want to activate the principles in life that's going to help push you towards your desired destiny. Activate, activate, activate. It's in you to do it. Number four, faith. Have faith in yourself that you can achieve and that you can do the things that needs to be done in your life. Yes, faith. Have faith in yourself. For me, as I said, having faith in God was the greatest tool that I could ever use. And number five, believe. Believe, that's right. Believe in yourself. Believe in your vision. Believe in the things that's on the inside of you. You want to do so many great things, and it's all possible. There is no impossibilities. Trust me. You're not just hearing this from somebody who has not had many challenges in life. I don't have time to even tell you about all the challenges that I have had along the way. But one thing that I can tell you right now, as I stayed committed to the process, I was able to see the desired fruit that I knew I could see if only I did not give up. But all that started again was transforming how I was thinking, transforming my mind about certain situations, certain circumstances. I had to literally transform the way that I thought. I could not entrust that to somebody else. I couldn't do that. I had to really have faith in the fact that there was something greater on the inside of me that was able to produce for me the best life that I can possibly have while I'm yet here in the universe. And so I want to offer those tools to you today. Do me a favor. Go on my website. Find out a little bit more about me and what we do. I will be just so elaborated to help you. I would love to help as many as possible to understand how to jumpstart their life and how not to misfire. How do you come against misfiring? Yeah, you can really choose to come against and learn tools to help you not to misfire in life, but tools that will help you to get the point every time. What do I mean by that? To hit the bullseye, to have great success in life every single time. There are principles, I promise you, that you can use to really help you to navigate through every single area of your life. And you will get the desired results each time that you put them into practice. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It has been such an honor, such a privilege to go over these 5 steps with you. And if you put them to practice, you will see the desired results that you are looking to see in your life. Thank you, everyone. Again, visit my website, sharmepratt.com, to learn a little bit more about me. Thank you so much for that.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you. Your energy, your vibration is just totally out of this world, and you speak so much from the heart. Now this will connect with so many people, and I know it was connecting me on a lot of paths as well. But these 5 steps are a must for people. It is absolutely amazing. Own who you are as well, and shift your mind for greatest. I just love your quotes. They are so mind-blowing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great to have you. There's been so many positive comments coming through the YouTube feed, like as you're speaking live, how amazing you are and how it's really moving them on the inside. So this is great. This is absolutely great. It's been a pleasure. I will be going to your platform. I've written it down, charmingpratt.com.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We're going to go to a quick advert, and then we'll be announcing our next speaker.
The Best You TV, a TV channel with only the best business leaders and influencers ready to help you rise to the top. Available now on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and Google Play. Learn and grow from in-depth interviews, documentaries, inspirational talks, and motivational masterclasses from the world's biggest thought leaders, speakers, teachers, authors, coaches, and highly successful business gurus. The Best You TV is now live.
What do you think the best skills are? What should people be looking at?
Well, I think young people really should learn about money to start with before they get too far in debt. First, that's just a personal thing with me. I know that I had children. I wish I'd have done a better job. But, that people should learn how to start saving when they're very young so that they can get through hard times. And they should always keep in mind that, your goal can be to compete with somebody for a job that already exists. But man, if you look at how fast knowledge is changing, who knows, we may not have cars in the future. So being an auto worker may not be the best plan. And so no matter what job you do get or what job you're planning on, you should always be looking at what the forefront of the industries is. You should see the future coming. It's not like a big secret. There are magazines and the web and everything, and that it was obvious that selling computer programs was going to be a big business. And then as the net started growing, that there were jobs like web design and all of these things that, you should be constantly thinking, about what it is that you enjoy so much that you want to become involved in being at the beginning of it. You want to learn what you can learn about it and start looking into the future so that, instead of just selling yourself by the hour, you could conceive of starting a company. If you look at how technology changes, it's going to change the application in the marketplace. And having social skills, I don't care what job or where you go, your ability to be persuasive is important. Because you may be really good at something, but if you can't convince anybody of that, they'll hire somebody else. And people don't always hire the best person. It just doesn't happen. But they will hire probably the most persuasive person. So, if you learn to deal with money without believing that it's always going to be there, you got to have that little thing where you put nest eggs aside for those dark times. If they aren't dark times, that just means that you're way ahead of the game. Who knows? You might have enough money to invest in yourself, and believing that that your horizon of the future has to be bigger than you can conceive of. See, every successful businessman I've ever talked to, and everybody who's at the top of their field, went into that field first wanting to learn what somebody else knew. And then somewhere along the line, they believed that they could exceed the limits of what others believed about them. That people would go, well, you start in this company, you work really hard. If you're here for 40 years, you could rise to middle management, right? And some people hear that as something that says, that's your path in life. And some people go, well, maybe this isn't the right company, and maybe this guy's wrong. Maybe I could be running this company in 5 years. If I thought about it right, I had enough good ideas. And when you build beliefs about yourself that said, no matter how hard it is right now, there could be a place where all of this accelerates. And you start looking for those opportunities so you don't miss them when they come along.
Now, the Best You Personal and Professional Development Virtual Expos are happening globally in 2020 and 2021. If you are a coach, a motivational speaker, a therapist, and are looking to transform your business, build a community, and generate customers from a global audience, this is the opportunity for you. Now is your chance to join forces with the Best You, one of the largest personal development brands on the planet. Book your speaking slot, your virtual booth, and get tickets to attend now.